Grenzen auszudrücken, sie zu verschieben. Meistens geht das gut. Manchmal werden Grenzen überschritten und dann gibt es Verletzungen. Das liegt in der Natur der Sache. Gestern war es Vorteil. Aber besser als ich Ihnen versuche zu erklären, was da war, haben wir Naomi und Osaka, die Ihnen das sagen kann, mit den einen Worten. Naomi, please explain to us what happened yesterday and what your status is. Did you ever have an instance like this in the semifinals? Obviously, in the semifinals, you were coming for a title. This must hurt very much.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is a new experience, and definitely I wouldn't want to withdraw or retire in any circumstance. I think just being in the semis, everyone wants to, of course, win and go to the finals, so definitely I feel a little bit sad now.
Well, thank you very much. We wish you a speedy recovery. Ich nenne in Lesung natürlich das System leider erwähnt habe, in einem Landlein aufgeben zu müssen. Tut extrem weh, ist ja auch noch gut passiert. Wir haben bei unserer sportliche Leiterin des Turniers. Es fällt eine Partie aus. Wie geht es Ihnen weiter?
Ja, wir haben leider keine Auswechselspieler wie beim Fußball. Deshalb werden wir das Doppel vorziehen. 18:30 Uhr die deutsche Beteiligung an der Zusammenhang erwartet. Und ich hoffe, Sie werden die deutschen Mädels dann unterstützen und natürlich können wir nichts machen als Turnier und wünschen natürlich auch eine gute Besserung und alles Gute für die nächsten Turniere.
Petra, Kvitova und Kiki, Bertens. Nochmal Applaus für Naomi und Osaka.
A semi-final to savour in Stuttgart with two of the WTA's form players of 2019. Kiki Bertens had never won a match in Stuttgart before this week, but three really impressive victories have taken her tantalisingly close to a first final here in Germany, and that is exactly what the tour leading in terms of wins player Petra Kvitova, her opponent in the semi-final, is looking for as well. A third semi-final in Stuttgart for her. Hasn't quite been able to cross the finish line in terms of getting to the final here, but that is something that she's done with unrelenting accuracy this year so far. 3 finals already in 2019. And a title already in the tennis bag in Sydney at the start of the year, part of a scintillating start to 2019 for Kvitova. And it just keeps going. Well, we can expect some big hitting and big serving today from both these players. On a surface where they excel, Kvitova excels on all surfaces, and so too these days does Kiki Bertens. Talent and versatility by the bucket load for both of them. And this is a match that promises much, and we know, of course, already who's waiting in the final. Annette Kontaveit has made it there by virtue of a walkover. Naomi Osaka, the world #1, forced to pull out with an abdominal strain.
Okay, so now that we are all together, let's start with the picture, everybody together, facing there. Thank you. Ladies, do you have any question for today? Any question? No? Okay. You can pick heads or tails. Heads? Go ahead. Like, yes, as you want. Tails. Receive? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, less of a coin toss, more of a coin drop there. It went the way of Kiki Bertens, and she wants to receive first. So Kvitova is going to get us underway. That's a smart move, given that Kvitova did not start well against Anastasia Sevastova yesterday. More of that in just a second. But Steph Dubois, former WTA player, is alongside me. Hello, we're very much looking forward to this, aren't we? It promises so much, this contest.
Oh yes, well, we can see so many good players this week, and we had great quality matches, but really looking forward for today. Kvitova against Bertens. Both players have been quite consistent in the last few months, and it's nice to see them play that well. And Bertens, we know she almost stopped playing tennis and a few years ago and came back, and now she's #7 in the world, so it's incredible the improvement she did.
And the comeback, of course, for Kvitova after that horrendous attack at her home and the knife injury continues to be the stuff of Hollywood movies, doesn't it? Because she's been stunning again this year. 3 finals already. Wonderful final I saw in Sydney where she beat Ash Barty. That went all the way. It was a titanic struggle. The Australian Open final as well against Osaka. So near and yet so far to a 3rd Grand Slam title. Not quite to be on that occasion for her. And also the final in Dubai too, where Belinda Bencic was just a little bit stronger. And she's played really good tennis this week, hasn't she, Steph? Apart from the fact she made that really slow start against Sevastova yesterday, dropped the first set, was love 4 down, and the serve just took a little bit of time, but when it clicked into gear, it was so impressive.
Oh yes, well, yesterday I saw the match, was commentating on it. She started so slow, but we're saying, well, she's #3 in the world, she's been as high as #2. That's for a reason. And in the second set at 2-0, we're like, that's a very important moment from Sevastova and for Kvitova, and since then she really turned the match around, and that's how she's good at. Even though she had a slow start, mentally she's very strong at changing the match around, and that's why she's that high in the ranking.
Well, she's going to want to make a good start here against a player who's got stronger and stronger all week. haven't got any wins here before in the past. In France, she'd had a couple of tough draws against Kuznetsova in 2017 and Pliskova last year. But Anna-Lena Friedsam and then Belinda Bencic, that was a really great match, dispatched in the first couple of matches. And then Angelique Kerber, worth mentioning the Bencic match where she served 20 aces, and she's only 5 now behind Karolina Pliskova in the ace race. That's how good that has been. But her performance yesterday, I thought, against Angelique Kerber was absolutely outstanding, with no break points conceded at all on her serve. She's only dropped 1 set all week, and that was against Bencic. And I just feel she's getting better and better on a surface where she's made her reputation initially, but she is now so versatile, as we saw in the last 12 months.
Yeah, I mean, her improvement on every surface, and as you said, her serve is really good. She's been eating a lot of aces, and that's given her a lot of advantage because she likes to dominate the point, but also she's quite consistent player, Bertens, so she builds her point and she really attacks when at the right time, and that's what I like about her. She's quite clever on the court.
3 of those 4 matches they've played together, as we say hello to Mariana Alves in the chair for this one, have come in the last 12 months, and their only meeting on clay came in the final in Madrid last year. It was a titanic tussle between the two of them, and it eventually went the way of Petra Kvitova, but she had to dig so deep in almost 3 hours to get past Kiki Bertens that day. And I think that just underlines what we might be in for here today. It was the balance between aggression and defence that I thought that Bertens got absolutely spot on against Kirby yesterday. And to not have any break points on your serve against a player with that quality is astonishing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Bertens, very consistent, really works her point really well. And she really waits for the right ball to attack, but also she thinks about how she wants to build a point, and it's not just hitting hard. She's building her point, and when she can, she goes forward and hit forward.
Well, having had that breakout year last year, where she got to 4 finals and won 3 titles, one of the only players who could better that record was, of course, Kvitova, who won 5 titles last year on all surfaces. She's got a lot of points to defend in the next few weeks. Petra Kvitova, title winner in Prague and Madrid last year, Doha as well, St. Petersburg too, and then Birmingham on the grass. So on all surfaces she was outstanding. And what she does so well is she puts together winning streaks very well, doesn't she? She had one over the Middle Eastern swing last year, another one on the clay in Europe again. Did the same at the start of the Australian Open summer as well. And when she gets momentum, she's really hard to stop.
Yes, we can see, even though yesterday her match was really slow to start, as soon as she got the momentum, as you just said, she took control of the match, and that's one of her biggest assets, Kvitova. Like, she's very, very focused. Even though she didn't play a good first set, she came back in the second set really calm, and also she's very composed, which I really like. She analyzes well what's happening and make adjustment, which is not always easy when you're competing and the emotion can come into place.
She's also a big-time performer, isn't she? When you look at her record, she's looking for a 36th career title. She's won 26 of those 35 finals she's played so far. I mean, that is amazing.
Yeah, it's impressive. And we say she's consistent every week, and you can see during a calendar year, there's always a lot of final and semi-final. That's why she's at the top of the ranking.
Well, let's see how she starts today. This will be interesting after a bit of a sluggish start against Sevastova yesterday.
Let's service.
That's not a bad opening, is it?
That's her game style. Likes to dictate the point as soon as she can. You can see straight away she does it.
That's a point. Kiki Bertens was so thoughtful with the construction of it, and that backhand slice to make the heart of volley difficult was sublime, wasn't it?
She does like her slice sometimes when she's at the defense. Bertens really worked in that point, keeping it very low.
Rising 14. 30-15.
Well, Kvitova is going to be the world #2 next week. Not able quite to catch Naomi Osaka at the top of the rankings. But she's #1 in the race to Shenzhen this year so far. Oh, that is absolutely excellent.
Field save 14.
Well, we can see the quality of the first few points of this match. Both really competing well.
15.
Nothing that Kiki Bertens could have done better there. The get was outstanding, but she was teased there, wasn't she, by Kvitova? Going after that second serve, isn't she?
As you can see Bertens trying to dictate before Kvitova. But I like the fact she's hitting with good margin, accelerating, but inconsistent at the same time, and it's hard to find the right balance, but I think Bertens does have that.
That's one way of wrapping up an opening service hold. She's third, incidentally, in the ace race behind Bertens and Pliskova. She will be so much happier with the start to this semi-final than the start to the quarter-final yesterday. Kiki Bertens, interestingly, after beating Belinda Bencic, she was thrilled with the amount of aces she had served and her serve in general, but she said she didn't feel like she'd played that well yesterday. She certainly did.
Aufschlag, Kiki Bertens.
Not a bad semi-final record, is it? I'm sending a little message to Kvitova there. I'm not having you catch me in the ace race today.
Well, you called it at the beginning. It was going to be a match with big serves, and yes, it's such an advantage to have those big first serve in.
That's good aggression from Kvitova.
Yeah, Kvitova must be one of the best, or one of the best returner on the tour at the minute. I like the way she goes forward, but also in big targets, puts pressure on her opponent, but just enough.
Rising 15-30. 30 beide. 30 all.
The Czech like to put pressure on the return. You can see she missed that last backhand one, but it's also send a message to your opponent.
Oh, what a sweet strike.
And the reference what I was saying, even though she misses a few returns, that puts pressure on the other side. Even though she didn't make a winner on that last point, I feel Bertens felt the pressure.
Well, she's under real pressure now, because that's not the start to this contest she would have wanted. Isn't it ironic? No break points at all yesterday, broken in her first service game. And she'll have been delighted as well with that performance against Angelique Kerber, warming up nicely against one left-hander for another one.
Yeah, that's a good point.
three wins she's had this year over left-handers out of 3, so she'll have felt really confident, as we have. And look at that semi-final record, which again is excellent.
Kvitova again doing a good first serve, trying to take the advantage at the beginning of the point. It's such a big part of her game style, and we mentioned it earlier, but she really had a slow start yesterday, and she was not serving very well, putting a lot of second serve, and a different story today.
It also speaks, doesn't it, Steph, to the ability she has to, when she starts going deep in a tournament, to just keep going. She becomes a bit like a juggernaut. She's so hard to stop.
Yeah, she plays better and better and better. Yeah, and as you said, her stats, semi-final and final, is very high. And all the players knows that. In the locker room, they talk, and for sure, you can see all the results.
Correction.
Bertens wants this checked. And Alves says she thinks it is touching the line.
It doesn't finish over there, it finishes here. It's good.
First service.
It's a bit more tricky when you're backpedaling at a ball like that. And that was a little bit edgy.
15-40.
Yeah, Bertens didn't do quite enough with that cross-court backhand, and Kvitova tried, well, put pressure going forward, but I like the idea. She went to the net, taking some time off Bertens.
13-14. 30-14.
She's got the break back straight away, not letting Kvitova out of her sight. It wasn't the cleanest return she's ever hit, but Kvitova couldn't do anything with that ball. And so we're back on serve in the early stages.
0-14. Love 15. By then. 15. Left for service.
Bertens at the moment making Kvitova play a couple more balls. She's very strong at doing that. Make her opponent play a lot of balls in the court.
Second service.
She's just doing a good job of drawing one or two more errors from Kvitova at the moment, isn't she? And such are the fine margins between these two.
We started that point well with that serve.
14-13.
It's also important for a game. Bertens really tried to hit that forehand down the line. She has to try, yeah, to put pressure on Kvitova, but could have been better in a with bigger margin, I would say.
Nothing she can do about that. Second ace of the match for Bertens. And we're back where we started, 2 games in a row for Kvitova. And that is matched by the number 6 seed.
We talk about Bertens. She has a lot of aces and she serves well, but also the precision. She's very accurate. Even though it's not the fastest serve, it's a good speed. But she's very she varies a lot, her serve, and also the precision is really good.
Oh, I like that move forward again from Kvitova. Serve volley tennis, doing the job.
15 love.
I like the fact she missed 1 or 2 at the beginning of the match, but continued to try to go forward when she can.
Oh, again, that's outstanding.
Maybe she thinks, she knows Bertens going to put a lot of ball on the court, so I might do something a bit different.
A couple of interested spectators there. Annette Contivate and Nigel Sears. Day off for Contivate. Having a little look at what may lie in store tomorrow. It's been a stunning service game. Kiki can't get near the ball at the moment.
Well, sometimes it's just too good, and you have to say good job to the opponent. Maybe not demonstrated it, but in your head.
Rapid hold, as if to make a point about the service game before, which went across the net, but not that one. And Kvitova back in front, 3-2.
Please, sir, at the back of the court with the flash. Could you please switch it off? Thank you so much. Semifinal. 15 love.
Bertens again. Putting another first serve in, very important against a player like Kvitova, one of the best returner on the tour at the minute.
A little bit betwixt in between there, wasn't she? Trying to be aggressive and move forward, but it just ultimately cost her the point.
So what I like from the two of the player and Bertens, Kvitova, it's the same thing. They're very composed and they think clearly and they take their time. You can see Bertens really built that point well. Big serve.
That's Bertens coach Raymond Slaughter looking on in the blue shirt.
By day, 3 games over.
He'll be delighted with the fight back from Love too. But he will also appreciate the quality of the challenge from Kvitova, which is very high. Great finish.
No 14.
Kept Kvitova guessing until the last minute. Good disguise.
Love 15.
I like the fact Kvitova again went to the net, but didn't do quite enough with that backhand volley. Just too much in the middle of the court.
She's so solid behind that backhand, isn't she?
No classic. Love 13.
Yeah, as you said, Bertens' backhand is her most consistent ground stroke. She can be a bit more ratting on the forehand.
Boom. That is a super combination.
15-13.
Well, you can see why. She is second on tour in terms of first serve points won. It's combinations just like that.
It's really also looking to go forward. Again, we see her at the net. Really wants to make those points shorter. Because she knows Bertens is going to put a lot of ball in the court. Make her play a lot. It's almost saving some energy.
That is out of this world from both of them, and look at the reaction from Kvitova. She is on cloud 9 after that point.
Yeah, that drop shot wasn't good enough.
40-13.
It's not an easy shot to do from Kvitova to go back and put that ball back in the court. You can see a reaction means a lot. She knows that point. That game is very important. to try to keep that lead in that first set.
I think it's also sent a message to Bertens, hasn't it, as well? She's managed to scrap through a point that she was perhaps a little under pressure in. Yeah, that's worth checking. She felt that was good all the way. Kiki's not sure either. She's going to let the umpire sort this out, I wonder.
Oh, it's a tough one.
Oh, that's a good call.
Einstand, deuce. Full time, Kvitova.
Again, another reaction from Kvitova. Really wants to keep that lead, especially on serve.
She nudges back in front. Kvitova often walking. Kiki Bertens initially was perhaps wanting to get that check, but then accepted the call. She keeps applying the scoreboard pressure at 4-3.
Field high, 4 games to 3.
It's good depth from Kvitova.
We could see Bertens struggle a bit late on that last forehand. Kvitova hitting really through the court.
Touch.
Oh, well, it did touch the structure
By them.
in the roof.
15 on.
It was an amazing get from Kvitova, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would have been perfect. She didn't even notice.
They're having
I
a lot
didn't
of fun out
notice.
there. Yeah, you just touched one of the lights and the scoreboard. She's doing a brilliant job of taking the time away from Bertens with the return.
15-13.
Yeah, not enough in that last second serve. But she has to be ready. She knows Kvitova's going to put a lot of pressure. Just have to make sure your foot placement, you're ready as soon as you hit that serve.
Well, they're both finding it hard work on second serve. Bertens at the moment has only won 2 out of 7. I think that's about to become 3 out of 7 on second serve points. Yeah, it is 38%, 33%, 3 out of 9 for Kvitova.
30-40.
She's under pressure again.
30-40.
This is what scoreboard pressure at this part of the set does.
So hanging there, Bertens knows that. Again, important. They're all important points, important moment, but just to try to stay in that set. A few on first errors coming from Kvitova. You know she likes to take a lot of risk, especially on the second serve return. But that was way out of the court. If she goes for that one, go back in the middle, deep.
Good hold of serve. Under pressure, but found a way to come through it unscathed, which at this stage of the set is vital. On we go then, 4 games all. Who's going to blink first at this stage now?
It's tough to know which way at the minute it's going to go, because each of them playing a good point and a good game, and the other ones make a few on first errors.
Fantino. 15 love.
Well, Kvitova has only dropped 3 points on first serve. Bertens only 4. They are excellent numbers for both.
By the 15 on.
And that ball kept mighty low.
Rising 30-15.
Kvitova playing a lot on Bertens' backhand, just every time going on the same side. It worked out, but I thought maybe go on the forehand of Bertens, but a bit more erratic. Not a lot, not a huge amount, but I feel Bertens it's her best shot, most consistent.
A stunning finish to another impressive service hold from Petra Kvitova, and she edges ever closer to this opening set.
Kvitova full field, 5 games to 4.
Not the start she was looking for. We were talking about Kvitova being third on the tour in terms of service points won. Well, of course, Kiki Bertens at the top of that pile. But she needs a lot of them right now. Also needs to start finding a first serve. That's brilliant from Kvitova. She is targeting the backhand repeatedly. Doesn't want to surrender the angle too much until she can get a strike she is confident will make an impact.
Yeah, and she does that forehand attack down the line. One of her best shots. But what I like, she's working a bit more point, less on forced errors.
And Bertens' first service disappeared here. She's so good on anything short. Everything above shoulder height, she is lethal.
15-13.
She's a former finalist at WTA finals in the doubles with Johanna Larsson. And doubles titles as well. And what a difference a first serve makes.
30.
It's so important. Get a couple of free points like that to make you stay in that game.
Wonderful combination.
Could have gone easily the other way. because she didn't start that game really well. But 2 great first serve. And here she is.
The penetration through the court from both of them has been terrific, but the length, especially from Kvitova, has been relentlessly accurate, on or mighty close to the baseline. Oh, it's unlucky for Bertens. She had to try and make the adjustment. Ran around that ball and tried to hit the forehand inside out and missed it. So here we go. Well, he didn't doubt for a minute she would find a big first serve when she needed it most, and she did.
Yeah, if we look at her stat today, 56% of first serve. It's not very high, but she does hit good first serve at the right time.
Fifth by them. 5 games on.
Apologies if you temporarily lost pictures. As you can see, Kiki Bertens held on. So on we go in this opening set.
Again, Kvitova playing a lot, I feel, on Bertens' backhand, which is very consistent. Try to open the court on the Bertens' forehand, but not sure if it was the right decision.
She was a little frustrated. She was going toe-to-toe with Kvitova there.
15-0.
Not quite able to get over the finish line in that point. A bit of a reaction from the Czech player.
30-15.
Making sure she keeps that serve accurate. It's a big difference in her game when she serves well. She has the opportunity to get those type of points.
Again, she's targeting the backhand of Bertens. She's starting to get a little frustrated. She's not sure, is she, when Kvitova's going to go down the line, and that's where she's got inside her head a little bit.
It's almost like Kvitova wants to break her backhand in a way, and she almost did because she tried that slice.
Keeps leading the way, though. He made the initial breakthrough. Bertens pegged her back, but Kvitova hasn't surrendered the advantage in this set at all.
6-5.
She again leads 6 games to 5.
Time. Continue. 15 love. Known. 30 love.
It seems the distance we will go in this opening set.
Well, Bertens, her serve has so much improved the last few years, and she's one of the top at the aces count. We can see she serves really well at the right time.
Oh, that's spectacular. Pretty pleased with it as well. She always plays with a smile, as does Kvitova, to be fair.
6 games old, tiebreak.
Yeah, it's nice to see, and she's enjoying the moment. At the end of the day, it's tennis. You know, you take it seriously, but also it can also be fun.
It's going to be a little bit less fun for one of them after the next 5 or so minutes. done all the hard work, hasn't she? And that's why she's frustrated.
1-0. I'm almost thinking that Kvitova's trying to play a lot on Bertens' backhand, so when she goes on her forehand, Bertens doesn't have a lot of rhythm, and she's not as confident because she hasn't hit a lot of them. Because I feel Kvitova's playing a lot on that side. It's interesting. Oh,
nothing wrong with the rhythm there.
Wow. 1 by them.
She could be so devastating with her short angles, can't she? That was out of this world.
Again, Kvitova.
2-1, Kvitova.
First mini break.
Wait, please.
Well, that has been a tried and trusted pattern.
By them.
He really wants to stay away from that forehand. It's where the majority of Bertens' winners has come. But handing back the mini break immediately. What a point again between these two. They're like a couple of heavyweight boxers taking lumps out of the other.
3-2.
Well, it's been a great quality first set. It's not over yet. You can see a lot of nice shots from both of them. Just missed that one, but it was the right shot to do for Bertens. She's able to create a lot of angles on both sides, on the forehand and the backhand.
That came back at her so quickly, she just didn't have enough time. And that's why the error came. And that's why Kvitova just edges back in the ascendancy with another little mini break. The numbers are so similar between the two of them. 11 winners for Bertens, 12 for Kvitova. First serve points for both, 75% Kvitova, 69% Bertens. 50% second serve Kvitova, 53% second serve Bertens. So they really are so close. And just to round those stats off, 15 unforced errors from Kvitova, 16 from Bertens. And her eyes widened at a second serve there.
4-3, Kvitova.
Couldn't quite give it the treatment.
Looking for it to go again.
5-3.
Kvitova after that great first serve. Such an advantage to have that That big serve, I wish I had that when I was playing. With my height, it would have been difficult. 5'3.5", so.
She's almost at the finish line now. Just forged ahead, hasn't she? With a run of points in this tiebreak. She's threatening to take away from Bertens now with 3 set points. And 2 of them will come on her own serve. What has Kiki got left? Kvitova strikes first, and look at the reaction. The world number 3 is in the zone. She is dialed in, and a set to the good. And just 1 set away now from her first final appearance in Stuttgart.
Ja. Ja.
En ja, in die rally is elke keer zit ik over onder of erboven.
Ja.
Ik heb echt die balans gehad. Ja, het staat 7-6, ik weet het. Alleen
7-6, 3-3, 0-30, 2 wereldpunten. Als je op 2-2 die passing maakt, dat je wel die zo'n stukje uitslaat die hartstikke goed slaat, dan heb je het momentum. Weet je, de vraag is een beetje, hoe heb je de grootste kans om nog iets meer zand of gravel in die motor te gooien? Weet je, is dat door nog sneller te gaan of is dat om het veld toch gewoon lang te houden?
Ja, lang te houden.
Ja, alleen, weet je wel.
Dan krijg je die kans
Nee.
en dan wil ik iets meer, maar dan
Ja, en dat is.
gewoon overheen.
En dat, ja, nou ja, dat is. Oké, maar het is niet zo makkelijk, want het is ook wel logisch als je de hele tijd je dekking dicht houdt en als je 1 keer een gaatje ziet, dat je meteen die beuk wil geven. Alleen probeer daar te blijven bouwen. Dat is echt het enige. Dat is gewoon een goede set tennis. De vorige keer dat je er gepakt hebt, is fysiek. Weet je, ze is fitter, ze is sterker geworden en ze speelt gewoon waanzinnig goed. Alleen dat is wel de manier waarop het moet gaan gebeuren. Want sneller of zo, weet je, je speelde in het begin speel je ook een paar tweede service returns. Speel je op die baseline, papam. Pingpongt hem gewoon terug. En probeer daarin ook iets vocaler, iets actiever te zijn. Weet je wel, ik merk het, weet je wel, dat je je iets kleiner voelt eigenlijk. Alleen je speelt gewoon echt gewoon een goede set. Alleen als je aan het werk zet in die voorhand, omhoog. Ik weet dat het lastig is, omhoog. Aan die backhandkant in de glij, slice. Dan gewoon werken. Zet ze je onder druk op jouw eerste service of op je tweede service. Probeer door het midden te antwoorden en hem te maken. Niet nog een keer eroverheen te gaan. Het is moeilijk genoeg hoor, af en toe lukt het niet. Maar... Ja, oké, maar je moet er wel doorheen blijven gaan. Want als je 10 kilometer binnen serveert, dan ligt hij er ook.
Ja, maar je ziet in die tijd dan 3 keer krijg je dan gewoon hard terug en dan ben je gewoon de kar
Ja,
niks
natuurlijk
meer.
goed. 1 of 2 keer body erbij. Voor die afwisseling kan ze ook achter zitten. Maar onthoud even dat die stand, het 7-6, jij hebt ook je kansen, zij heeft ook de kansen. Dus je zit er gewoon in. Hou die energie en het belangrijkste heb je zelf al aangegeven. Dat als je initiatief hebt, blijven sturen. Het zo zwaar mogelijk fysiek voor haar maken. Yes? Goed bezig. Come on.
choosing to take a comfort break at the end of the first set. Kiki Bertens had a long consultation with her coach, Wilhelm Slaughter, trying to plot a way back in this semi-final.
Fantino. 15 love.
Oh, it's a good way to start that second set from Bertens. Try to keep a high percentage of first serve. Always important against a player like the Czech.
Does she need to change anything radically, do you think?
Oh, I think it's been a great quality first set. A bit of unforced errors coming on the forehand. Sometimes she gets rushed if she allows Kvitova to put pressure on her in stepping forward. So
maybe use her backhand slice, get Kvitova out of her hitting rhythm.
Yep, that would be, I agree. Could be something to change the rhythm, as you said. Just a little bit, not too much. Even a high ball if you can.
Once she gets the first strike in, she is so hard to stop.
by then. 15.
I think that's why Bertens wants to get those first serve in and try to be on top of the point before Kvitova.
Might be worth throwing in the odd serve volley behind a big first serve. Just a taste of the unexpected.
Yeah, on clay courts.
This is a fast one, though, isn't it?
Yeah, be a challenge.
Well, we saw Kvitova do it and catch Bertens by surprise in the first set. Bertens just talked about this surface and said it's very slippery. A few of the players have mentioned it, said it plays like a grass court. It's very quick. And no need to follow that anywhere, apart from to go and collect the ball because it was that good.
A great effort from Bertens. Losing that first set 7-6 and coming in that second set, winning that first game really nicely with good serves, good attitude. Well, we were talking about the stats. They pretty much look the same thing, to be honest, because it was just a couple of points. Bertens had a few more misses on the forehand. Kvitova at time was a bit more putting pressure, a bit more on Bertens. But it was just a great quality first set and great response from Bertens in that first game. Bertens taking control of that start of that second set. Kvitova, on the other hand, not thinking as clearly. A few more unforced errors. Just to be careful.
She's lethal on anything short and mid-court. It gets absolutely clobbered.
15.
She did move forward very quickly there, but she was reaching for that, not quite quickly enough as it turned out. She hits the slider out wide immaculately.
30.
Yeah, even though you know it's coming on that side, she does it so well.
Natural serve for a lefty from the ad court, and
yeah,
she takes full advantage.
She's also good at going out of on the tee.
Yeah, she just overdid that.
Yeah, I think she knew she did. Bertens playing well at the moment, making her play a lot of balls,
30,
forcing her to put pressure.
What a clever point that was. Slicing the return, forcing Kvitova to come in and play a really tough low ball, and then able to pick her off at the net.
Bertens führt 2-0. 2 games to love.
She's made a rapid start. Sometimes you get a little letdown, don't you, after winning a tight first set, and that seems to be happening to Kvitova here.
Yes, great response from Bertens. Could have gone easily the other way, being negative about losing that first set, but called her coach and she looked quite positive in a way.
No 14.
I suppose if you take a comfort break as well, you sometimes can lose a little bit of the emotional intensity, can't you?
Yeah, that's a good point. Because, yeah, Kvitova went out on the court and she won. Yeah, it's tricky. Most of the player, when they do that, is they lost the first set. They just want to maybe regroup. But we see that often. The player win the first set. They come back and I feel sometimes maybe they lose a bit of focus, as you said. The emotion involved in that first set. Because it gave Bertens time to have her coach on the court, and certainly did help.
It's a scintillating return.
13-30.
Worth making the point, sometimes you have to take a comfort break, don't you? There's just no way around it. So
yeah,
it's not always just a, oh, shall I, shan't I? Sometimes you have to. But it is one of those risks, I suppose, that it does give your opponent a little more time to regroup as well. And you lose a bit of your intensity, but not there. It seems to be back with a vengeance.
Well, we know she's dangerous on the return.
15-14.
And the last two were fantastic.
Magnificent response from the world number 3. And she breaks back immediately.
Bertens führt 2-1. 2 games to 1. 0-14. Love 15. No 13.
Oh, that
Love
game is
13.
quite important for Kvitova to stay in that set. She needs to cut these type of unforced errors.
She's lost the first serve radar, hasn't she, in the second set so far? And it's hurting her.
No 14.
Chances are plenty for another break of serve.
Just to regroup, to check. Too many unforced. As you mentioned, first serve has to be higher. Bertens is a very consistent player.
Oh, take that.
15-14.
I like Bertens' reaction. It's just too good.
15-14.
I mean, nothing you can do about that last point.
No, it is just terrific. She's got the break she wanted, though. 3 breaks in a row.
Bertens.
And the Kvitova serve is not as impenetrable as it was.
3 games to 1.
It makes a difference. When Kvitova serves really well, she's usually in the momentum in the match. But as soon as the first serve break, I feel she puts more pressure on herself to try to do more with her ground strokes. That's when the unforced errors unravel a bit quicker.
No 14. Love 15. No 13.
Oh, looks like history's going to repeat itself if she's not careful.
I was going to say, Bertens trying to get that lead in that second set, but she's not helping herself at the moment with that double. Could be costly.
Now her first serve proves elusive. Quality second serve.
14-13. 15-13.
A little bit of self-chat as well.
One thing when you play against Bertens, She's a tough player to play against. You know, every point she's going to make you work really hard. Puts a lot of pressure in the way. Kvitova at the minute. Really struggling.
That's her 9th unforced error of this second set. Only bear in mind, she only made 16 in the whole of the first set. It's a big, big difference. We've only had 4 games so far. This is the 5th. That is a real blow. Bertens going toe-to-toe again with Kvitova and breaking down the world number 3. And significantly backing up the break. Real daylight between the two now.
Ja, meine Damen und Herren, es ist dieser zweite Hochzeit der Mobilität. Die meisten Kollegen kennen es und weiß, dass dort gibt es einen Drehzahlmesser auf der Wand. Und genau das ist wenige Bilder gedreht werden, kriegen wir in den roten Bereich heute. Sind Sie bereit? Auf 3. 1, 2, 3.
Time. Semifinal. 15 love.
Well, this is a little bit more like it on serve from Kvitova, like the first set, but has she left it a little bit late in this second set? That's the question. The other point worth making, Steph, in this second set, while the errors are in double figures for Kvitova, there's been hardly any from Kiki Bertens. Hardly any free points for Kvitova to feed off.
Point.
That forehand down the line has punched real holes today, hasn't it?
Yeah, especially in that first set, in a few occasions, crucial moments, she's able to use it. She just have to cut the unforced errors here, Kvitova. It's easier said than done, because Bertens, as you said, not giving a lot to Kvitova at the moment.
There's that stat about left-handers. Good record so far this year.
13 all. Fifteen love.
She needs to try to continue to use that forehand.
13 by then.
Reverse Kvitova.
15 all.
Trying to dictate a little bit more the rallies. It's just a bit of aggression.
Reizen van 10.
It's really tough to play at the moment. Bertens not giving a lot. Very consistent, playing very clever player, I would say. Going cross-court all the time, and when she can go down the line.
Those 3 victories over lefties, incidentally, 3 out of 3. Kerber in the quarterfinal yesterday, Bernarda Pera in Sydney, and Iselin Bonaventure in St. Petersburg. On the way to the title there for Kiki Bertens. If she can make that perfect record 4 out of 4, she'll be in a first Stuttgart final. Too good. Magnificent touch at the net. Racing towards the finish line in this second set. Just a game away now.
First 5 games to 2. Continue. 15 love. 13 by day. 15 all.
Not much margin for error in this game for Kvitova.
We're on forced errors from Bertens in this set. It's been a good quality match since the beginning. But Kvitova hasn't been as constant as we used to see her in her match. Usually
wonderful serve.
Yeah, you see her like sometime in a cruise control in a way, even though she started really slow against Sevastova yesterday. When she got the lead, she really took control of the match. But today, very different. Bertens making it really tough for her.
That's a great hold. Under pressure from Bertens. She's going to make the world number 7 serve for it.
Been starting really well her games, Bertens on the serve especially. Again, those first serves are so important.
Clever return. That was so successful in the opening set, right back at Bertens, taking the time away from her opponent. Hasn't been able to get on top of the Dutch player's serve quite so much in this second set.
Again, hammering Bertens' backhand. It's been such a consistent ground strength from her. Almost like she wants to break the backhand, but I'd like to see her go a bit more on Bertens' forehand. We see a bit more unforced error, even though it's not a high number of unforced errors during this match.
Quality second serve. And it brings up a set point, 2 of them in fact. We're going the distance in Stuttgart. Bertens is right back in it, racing through this second set and seizing it by the scruff of the neck.
final set of Schlag Kvitova. No 14. Lofty.
That's a super finish. She needs to make a statement, doesn't she, at the start of this final set?
Oh, yes. It's a good way to do it, with a good first serve. A good serve, excuse me. And attacking that forehand. Going forward into the court. Just try to put a bit more pressure on Bertens. First game of the third set, it's always can change the course of the match. That's why on serve from Kvitova, it's a very important one. Try to hold on to that serve.
She's looking dangerous again, isn't she? That is an exemplary reaction after dropping the second set.
It's like she owned a little bit more these rallies. Kvitova going a bit more forward, putting pressure on Bertens. But yeah, only 3 unforced errors. If you compare with Kvitova 13, so she's been the one who's been very consistent in that set, Bertens. So, well, I was going to say serving really well, but I think she served well at the right time. 58% is not super high, but on crucial moment, it really helped her a lot.
It's a quick set, 35 minutes. It raced along, and Bertens was leading the charge from the very start of it. She is back in the groove.
It's almost like in the second set, Kvitova was a bit doubting. Not a lot, but we can see the difference with the last game and these last few forehands she's hitting. A bit more speed.
She never really got going in that second set, did she? She was broken early in it and was constantly chasing it.
15.
And momentum's such a key element of tennis, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
30 14. 30 15.
And if she's starting to feel the pressure a little bit, Kvitova's really going forward in her returns. That could be costly.
Well, that was a muscular finish, wasn't it, from Bertens? Kvitova able to get a racket on it, but not much more than that. Kvitova again, beginning to just out-punch Bertens in the longer rallies. They are the battlegrounds that she just lost a little more of in the second set, but back on a vengeance there.
Yeah, Bertens certainly making Kvitova work a lot for her points. You can see longer rallies. Important game for both of them. Oh. Not a bad idea because Kvitova was going on her forehand sides.
What a stunning return game, and listen to that yelp of delight. She is dialed in again. And Bertens has got her hands full again in this semi-final.
2 games to love.
Again attacking and dominating with her forehand, Kvitova. Few winners in that game from that side.
Able to dominate from the return because it was so good. Well, when she was in a front-running position in the opening set, which she was because she served first and broke early as well, Bertens did a good job of just reeling Kvitova in. He's going to have to do the same here.
No trust. Love 13.
As soon as we think Kvitova gets the momentum, it turns really quickly. That's why Bertens, number 7 in the world, is a tough opponent. Never really gives up.
In big trouble again now. It's just been loose. Double fault. Errors. Just inviting Bertens right back in.
Yeah, really up and down today, the Czech.
First serve makes such a difference. 72% of points won behind that delivery in the match. 68 for Bertens. Just gone up to 73 for Kvitova. Second serve in this final set. A lot more vulnerable. Tremendous finish again.
And it was with her forehand. Much more comfortable today on that side. But that was a really tough shot to do from where she was standing with her position. And again, yeah, Bertens. It's too good. I like that reaction.
That's a great fight back from love 40.
Yeah. Bertens' footwork was not accurate on that last backhand. So Kvitova hit a bit lower, so reach two in front of her. As we said, a lot of players. It is a bit slippery. Not always easy.
Well, from the moment she went love 40 down, she's found way more first serves, hasn't she? And that's helped her find her way back in this game, which could be decisive in so many ways. Saving all these break points and establishing a 3-game cushion would be a mighty advantage. And she's done it. That is excellent from Kvitova. And that's a double blow for Bertens, who's going to have to come from a long way back in this semi-final if she is to make the final.
3 games to love.
Iets anders, kan je iets anders doen?
Maar het is nogal lelijk.
Nee, het is waanzinnig lelijk. Het is waanzinnig lelijk. Alleen volgens mij moeten we nu dit minuutje in ieder geval weer gebruiken om nu verder. Ik zou je zeggen, de enige lelijke die ik vind is die laatste return. Want die moet daar niet naar heen. Je moet daar weer een rally spelen.
Ja, kom maar, is nog helemaal weg.
Sorry? Oké. Nou ja, dan springt hij weg. Het lijkt er echt in ieder geval vanaf de zijkant op dat hij normaal stuit. En dat hij daarheen gaat. Maar als hij wegstuit, stuit hij weg. Het gaat erom dat je haar iedere keer aan de gang moet blijven krijgen. Ja. En je hebt helemaal gelijk, het is gewoon lelijk. Ja. Mist 1 balletje daar zo. En ja, die breakpoints kan je niet. Ja, oké. Weet je, die eerste kan je misschien maken, die return. Maar ja, die wil je ook gewoon wat meer meegeven. En die laatste is lelijk met die backhand. Misschien een slice. Maar je moet er aan de gang houden en je moet die energie daarin stoppen. En als er een kansje gemist is, dat blijven doen. Want dat is de grootste kans dat ze gewoon weer gaat missen. En dat ze moe wordt.
Time.
Geloof erin. Kom aan, Mike.
Can they call? Here comes Mariana Alves. Petra Kvitova confirms it was good. You could hear from the crowd reaction, couldn't you, Steph?
Yeah. I mean, Kvitova is one of the, she won awards for sportsmanship, and Bertens also.
Again, the combination of the serve out wide and the put away into the open court works a treat.
15 left.
Yeah, important for Bertens to keep that quality. Every point to try to get back into this set and in this match. She's been doing really well since the beginning of this match. But in that third set, been struggling just a little bit on few occasions like this one, when Kvitova puts a lot of pressure, especially on the returns. We know she likes to go deep. She has to be ready.
Class 14. 30-15.
Again, the return straight back at the server pays dividends. Kvitova's found a new level in this third set, and at the moment, Bertens just can't quite live with it. That is brutal from Kvitova. Relentless.
Again, going a lot cross-court with her forehand. Kvitova on Bertens' backhand. But as soon as she got the opportunity, went in the open court.
It's a clear tactic throughout the match, isn't it?
But the more I see it, I feel Kvitova is really comfortable with that forehand cross-court on the backhand.
She's missed it. And she's broken again, the double break. Bertens just checking this. Don't think she's going to like what she sees. Wow, it's a mighty journey back from here. What a reaction from Kvitova to dropping the second set.
We're saying when she gets the momentum, sometimes it's difficult to stop her. You can see it's against Sevastova. Lost the first set 2-0 in that second, and as soon as she got the lead, she took absolute control of the match. And by this look of it, she's doing the same thing today.
Well, she's doing to Bertens here in terms of the unforced errors what was done to her in the second set. Only one from Kvitova in this set so far. 5 winners. And Bertens with 5 errors. There's the serve volley.
Yeah, you've said it during this match.
It's such a smart tactic because you're not expecting it. So you hit your normal return with a bit of shape, and all of a sudden your opponent's at the net and they've got an easy put away.
Yeah, she was quite quick to go forward on this one.
Oh, this is just scintillating tennis.
It's amazing how she is playing that well at the moment. And losing that second set, making a lot of unforced errors, and just turn it around. Oh, that's why she's at the ranking she is at the minute. Number 3.
Well, she's going to be number 2 next week, and she may well be number 1 in Stuttgart this week, because if she keeps playing like that, that one more game required shouldn't take too long. She's a game away from the final. Well, things could disappear fairly rapidly for Bertens if she's not careful in this service game. She will desperately want to avoid the bagel in the final set. She seems to be a little bit shocked by what's happened to her in this final set.
Yeah, I just feel Kvitova really took ownership of that third set, going for a shot, a bit more aggressive, especially on the return. You can feel she really wants to jump forward.
She's just playing tennis on a different planet right now. Everything's coming out the middle of the racket.
Yeah, and it's impressive, and it's not Kvitova her best match ever that we've seen her play, but she finds a way to turn it around in that third set. And it's miles away better than it was today.
Classic by then. 30.
She's still throwing punches, Kiki Bertens.
Well, there's one thing you can say about Bertens. She never gives up. It's 5-love in that third set, and she keeps trying, having that nice reaction after.
Well, she's on the scoreboard. That's the least she would have wanted and expected of herself in this final set. Every journey starts with a short step.
Yeah.
5 games to 1.
I don't think she's been playing that bad in that third set, Bertens, but I just feel the Czech really kind of she's in the first gear now, or no? She was
top
in the
gear.
Yeah, top gear. Sorry.
Yeah, it's been like a storm from Kvitova in this final set. Like a hurricane that's blown Bertens off court.
Well, the errors are mounting from Bertens in that third set. Just feeling the pressure that Kvitova is giving her at the moment.
Well, after the most intense pressure on that backhand, it's finally cracking in this, what looks like final game of the match. It's a perfect final set for Petra Kvitova. Stunning tennis from the world number 3 to book her place in a first final in Stuttgart. Kiki Bertens absolutely played her part in a terrific semi-final, but in the end, Kvitova was just too strong. And the way she dismantled Bertens in that third set sends a message to her opponent in the final, Annette Kontaveit. She's going to have to bring it tomorrow, isn't she? Because Kvitova was playing on a different level there. Just the most immaculate performance. And she takes it in 3 sets to make it into a first final here.
It's so impressive the way she turned that match around. Again, Bertens, great fight. She did a lot of good stuff in this match. Great attitude too, even though it didn't go her way in that third set. But Kvitova, that's why she's number 3, going on number 2 next week. It's just great to see her play that quality, even though she didn't play as well during that match, Kvitova. That's why she's at the ranking as she is right now.
Well, Kiki Bertens could ask nothing more of herself in that match. She was just blown off the court in the final set when Kvitova can play lights out tennis, can't she? And she just turned the lights out on Kiki Bertens in that set.
Well, congratulations, Petra. You are in the finals. You played her 4 times, 2-all. The match is super tight, and suddenly you're on away with the third set. How do you explain that?
It's tough to explain. We're always playing 3 setters with Kiki, so I didn't expect anything easy today. I saw a little bit when she played against Angie yesterday. It was a great match, and she really played well. So I'm just glad that I was able to stay in the rallies to return her serve, and just trying. And I think when I break her serve in the third, and then I kept my serve from allow 40, it was really, really important, and it's made whole match then.
It's interesting that you say you were able to stay in the rallies. When you play her, do usually the fewer mistakes decide the match or more winners?
Well, I don't know. I have to see the match, but overall, I think I can't be that hectic against her. I mean, she can catch a lot of balls putting back, so I really have to be patient and try to wait for the good shot when I can go for the winner. So, a few volleys there, a few aces, which.